Hey guys, Veggie here. We're coming at you with another coaching video. This time I'm coaching a Jinx in the AD carry and the bot lane. Alright, now Jinx is a very powerful hyper carry. Scales very well into the late game and very well with attack speed. Depends on which item you build, Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer. But during team fights, she excels greatly. If she could get a reset, and she can move much quicker. Downside to playing Jinx is that she is immobile. She has no escapes, no dashes, no gap closers, and is very reliant on her own move speed or flash, kind of like Ashe, to escape gank threats. So starting off, I can't really see, with replays I only have one person's side of view, but what she did right here was a defensive way to start the game. She warded here for her jungler, as well as somebody warding here for the jungler. So that's actually a it's a safe way because, you know, you can look out for invades because it blocks. This is a block in which if an enemy decides to go through here or here, it'll get spotted immediately, and so the only alternative source to enter the jungle with is through the south side. Alright, we're gonna get into the game because I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen. Okay, so there's a thing you can do to psychologically screw over your opponents. Now, it's a Shyvana jungle, but Shyvana jungle can start on either red or blue. In most cases, people like to start red side because they want to gank top if top has like gank potential. In which case, this lane is a Hecarim, so Hecarim is probably gonna get level 2, and so that means he recalls, comes back. He has a lot of sustain, and if he has the resources, he also has a ward. So it's very unlikely that you will be able to get a gank off, and at the same time you have a Shen top, so all you have is hard CC and a full tank. So by starting blue, this person can gank for bot lane, which is a decent. They have decent kill potential if you land the traps and a lot of poke early. Plus the fact that it's a Corki Bard. You know, they are kind of immobile, but like ignoring Corki's W, Bard himself is immobile if you can catch him before he increases his own move speed with by picking up a relic. So that being the case, by starting Gromp to blue, or oh no, he's just straight up starting blue. So by starting blue, this jungler can run down, do one camp like right here, and then do red, get smite the red, be very healthy, probably have 1 or 2 pots already either used or still active or still ready to tick, and then gank bot. Getting Jinx rolled early when she's a late game hyper carry means that she will be able to get her power spike accomplished much faster, and that makes her stronger the early game, true threat factor. Now, here's the thing, because a jungler could start at any side, you have to think you have to make your opponents think that they started on your side so that you keep the top lane under psychological pressure. By waiting here at 155 and coming into lane late, the opponents will assume, oh, okay, so they came to lane late, which means that the guy started red, then comes up to red, and oh, he's just gonna gank top or something. But in this case, they walk to lane early and they're gonna show themselves early, which is likely to give away blue. So what I'm trying to say is don't like it's not wrong to, like, you know, show up to lane early and push to level 2, but there's nothing to gain if you show up early, but there's a lot to give away. You give away information that, oh, okay, maybe they're not starting here. The other thing is that if they're actually like dumb or they think in a different level, they can also say that Shyvana doesn't need a leash because her clear is just strong enough in the jungle. Now right away, notice that this minion's health is about to die. This means that there will only be 5 minions left on this lane, which means that, you know, he's gonna hit level 2 sooner. So she should start proccing her Q into, I think it is, yeah, Fishbones. So she uses Fishbones to start pushing, especially the backline, because the backline isn't targeted by any of the front lines or the enemy backline until later. So if she hits the backline and manages to kill it, she will have a 3 minion lead. Thing is, if she walks up here and tries to hit the backline, it's not gonna end up wisely, because when you're fighting the backline, you're gonna be standing like right here, and that gives Bard an opportunity to attack. So as a response, since she's already dropped her ward, she should drop her stealth ward in here, probably in the middle of the bush, maybe the edge of the bush, doesn't matter, it will reveal the entire bush. But by dropping a bush in here, a bush ward in here, Jinx no longer feels threatened because for Bard, by Bard being invisible. How can I see this? Oh, because Bard probably issued an auto attack command. But by Bard being in the bush, it still gives a psychological factor away that like, oh shit, where could he be? At any point, at any time, he could be anywhere. That's one of the threats of using of an unstealth bush. Even though like you know for a fact he's in there, you don't know when he's gonna strike. If you have vision, you have a chance to see, oh, he's gonna attack now, so I should move now. So that's why people tend to ward the bush. It kind of like changes the psychological factor of how you play. And you know, League is all about mind games. So we're going to see how she starts this off. So she's going to just use her minigun, and she's going to straight away attack the front line. Now that's not a bad idea because by remaining close to her support, she's in a safe position in which that if Bard opts to auto attack or trade, these minions will aggro onto Bard. The only way Bard can disengage is if he re-enters the bush. But because this bush is not warded, and even Jinx could also respond with the bush if they didn't, or a bush ward. But as long as this bush is warded, the minions will continue to aggro. But the moment he disengages, he's going to lose all the minion aggro. So I'm going to see how this plays out. Okay, she's going to activate her Q. She has an auto attack, so these guys will not respond with any aggression. She's going to auto attack very soon, I feel. Yep, auto, good, good. Hit it, hit this one. Back up like right here and hit it. Because at this position, you want to be in safe position to auto attack the minion. She should also be like right around here, not actually trying to harass because they've got more minions. Because she's looking to like activate her passive and you know, the power chord and auto attack. She's gonna miss this one. Okay, no response. Good. Now she attacked. These minions are gonna change aggro pretty soon. See this one? Gets that auto off. Okay, the lane looks like it's going even so far. But it's pushing in these teams' favor because if Shyvana actually opts for a gank, which she is not going to because she changed her route, it's going to favor her. Ooh, nice. So now that his Q is down, try to think of the timing on it. If you actually have to like OPGG this because I think it's like 10 seconds or something. It's actually 8. So you have an 8-second window because he has nothing except auto attacks to fight you with. And if you hit level 2 before him, he can't respond with casting Valkyrie because you know he skilled up something else. And at the same time his phosphorus bomb is down, so you have a lot of pressure. So to continue to exert your pressure. Okay, he's gonna hit this. He's gonna hit this. This is actually even. See who hits it first. Oh, that was a great cosmic binding that denies a lot of pressure, and that's level 2 guaranteed for them. Now, oh, okay, so you know for a fact that when your opponent skills up something that's not an escape, you have the opportunity to capitalize on it. But in this case, she stepped out of bounds. See, there was a theory that a bunch of support players came up with. I think the first one was Adrian Ma on this one. You have to correct me on that one, but it was on a huge Reddit thread. Basically, all supports. Oh god, that's gonna be really funny. All right, all supports and AD carries have basically like this range indicator. Okay, and when they're standing right next to each other, and if let's say theoretically these two ranges, if they're close enough to each other, their ranges will overlap. This is called the safe zone. When you're away from your safe zone, you're in, you know, you're not safe. You're in the danger zone. Because she's out here, I guess her range is like right here, but they're like, it's like just the tip, you know. Jinx would have to walk up, and she would have to walk down to respond to get close enough. Because then at that point, their ranges will collide with each other, and then she will have to cast heal. And if she doesn't cast heal, then Sona may or may not be critically low, which would force her to expend only 2 health pots, but that's basically all her potions, to sustain herself in the lane. And she also might have to flash too, that's in theory. But because they hit level 2 first, you have to count your minions, because when I said who's going to hit level 2 first, as soon as that Cosmic Binding, great play from Bard. As soon as the Cosmic Binding landed, after that, they should have backed up immediately, because at that point, you have to realize they're going to hit 2 first, because they'll hit 2 roughly around the same time or a little bit sooner than you hit 2. So, okay, he didn't decide to cast Phosphorus Bomb, which is actually going to... It just means that he didn't exert the right amount of pressure, so that's fine. So he decides to stay here and attack the back line. Pop. Nope, 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 nope. Should have backed off immediately. See, her support goes this way, so she should follow into her support. Why? Because, well, you knew that the minions were already forced going forward. As a response, when an army goes forward, you either go backwards or you stay in to take the front of the army. So she should have immediately followed backwards, because not only because she has less minions, because, you know, Corki's casting spells and using his E to push the wave, but, you know, they have more. And also, if she does back up, remember that Fishbones is 700 range, I believe, or some large range that like is really, really long, so she can safely farm and hit these two minions from afar. But instead, she decides to opt for minigun, which is it's like single target. Wow, that must suck. That CS. No. Okay, so this bush being warded gives away a few things. First of all, I only know it's warded because I checked. When Sona came in, it wasn't warded. But just based on instinct from watching this, I had a feeling that it was warded. Like, I looked at how it was played out before I checked for the wards. Now here's why you want to be worried. Remember what I said about AD carry ranges. When you're this far, if she gets cosmic binding, if she gets stunned by a cosmic binding right now, she would be in a dangerous position. Corgi still has a health pot. She has one. She should be ticking. Oh wait, she's really fragile, right? Forgot about that. He should have popped it. He should have popped it like when he loses this much more health. But he has the threat of all-inning you if he does it right. If Cosmic Biting lands, you know, you have the E, the Phosphorus Bomb. That's a lot of burst damage, plus a couple autos in between. And the armor shredding from Gatling Gun will cause her to relatively take a lot more damage than she should and make her flash. Reason why this is a problem... Oh, she has heal. Reason why this is a problem is because when she's up this far, her AD carry can't really respond because she is going to be more busy CSing here because that's really important. CS is really important in the early game. The importance of CS is always significant. You know, she doesn't need to kill these two guys. She just needs to farm freely. You know, because the late game is great. Like, sure, you can get the kill, but, you know, it's more important to farm. So it's okay to play passive, Sona, is all I'm trying to say. See, he's more focused on CSing here, but there's a lot of harass going on over here. So in response, Jinx has to walk up, change her positioning. She's going to lose the CS if done right. And now, because like I said, when minion aggro happens, this makes the minion go down. You know, she's going to miss that W. Had that not happened, the reason why these minions went down is because when she attacks from the bush, it is revealed. Her positioning is revealed, but there's also a warning here, so these guys can stay and follow you for a while until you, like, get out of their aggro range or something. Yeah, you got the cannon. Very important. Good job. Okay. Right here, both players still have their trinket wards up, and there's no mistaking it this time. It should the bush right here should be warded. Oh, ward it right away. Oh crap. I tell this to a lot of my students. When you want to keep your mana above 50%. And the reason why is because we want to avoid something called critical scenarios. During the laning phase, at any point a critical scenario can occur. Let me take a look at where the jungler is. I have a feeling he's either at base or he's heading to the bottom side jungle. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, I was right. Now, a critical situation is which a jungler comes and ganks you. You need to use the rest of your mana, the other 50%, in order to ensure that you escape. In this case, you know, Flame Chompers only cost 50, but if she's burnt over 50% of her mana, it's kind of risky to stay because if you get ganked at that point, you're going to be like, fuck, I'm Happens mostly to solo laners, because solo laners, you know, they like tend to harass or expend more mana depending on the champion. So if Shyvana chose to gank Hecarim right now, Hecarim with only 20 mana cannot cast his E in order to boost his speed in order to escape. Therefore, he's under trouble and must have to use flash in response if done right, especially when a Shyvana has exhaust. However, in the bot lane, it's a different story. Sometimes you can go below 50% because you've got your support who's way over 50% in order to protect who can protect you in the lane. And in this case, it is a little okay for Jinx to go like a little bit under half her mana because she's got Sona, you know, ready to heal, ready to speed up. But in some cases, like let's say if you had, oh I don't know, a Thresh support that was under 50% mana and couldn't cast Lantern because you already hooked and flayed the target away, then you're in some trouble. Very good. But you want to place it to the edge. It's a little glitchy sometimes, but you want to place it to the closest to the edge as possible. Maximize your vision. Because you don't need to see in between here. You want to see more farther up here. Because the sooner you can see the Malphite coming, the sooner you can run. Well, technically, the sooner you can ping for both of your guys to run. And then you decide to execute said running pattern. It's good that she's using her W to CS too. Sometimes she should use it for the cannon minion because those are hard to get. She should say W for the sake of having W. It's a psychological factor once again. So I'm gonna explain something real quick here. I'm gonna backspace it. Face out. Now, you want to think to yourself, okay, Bard's low, and if you have to press your tab button to view the menu and you see his items. He had no potions, right? So if he has no potions and Bard is here, and Bard left because he's right over here. Why is Corki playing so far up when his support completely left him? Like, you know, the Venn diagrams, they're way out of range. Sure, he's like, you know, he's out of our sight, right? I'm on F1 vision. He's out of our sight. You can't see him. He's like over here somewhere because he's out of Fog of War. Because if he was in the bush, he would be here and it would be visible. So he's somewhere over here, and you know that because of thanks to Fog of War. Now, if I play it out, you gotta ask yourself, why is Corki still playing so far up when Corki when Bard just took that much amount of damage, and he's probably back down over here trying to heal. Watch, he's gonna do it like right away soon. Okay, so like over here at this particular moment, you gotta ask yourself why would this person play so far up when Bard is all the way back here? Like, Bard was hovering over here the entire time. And he's still hovering over there because, you know, a gank is coming. And it was really hard to tell the gank from coming because, you know, he came out from the edges here and it just appeared. But immediately they should have backed out when they saw, like, see, Corki's still playing so far up. It made the gank very obvious. But luckily, you know, Malphite's got no gank potential, so they're really safe. Plus, you know, luckily she had enough mana to cast her zap, and she has enough mana with being over 50% to cast her Song of Celerity to increase her speed, to increase both champions' speed. A secondary gank from around town. This is a really awkwardly paced gank. Really? A cosmic binding like that was incredible. I'm really surprised that it was just really that good, that's all. So we're gonna backspace it and see what could have been done differently. First, let's see exactly how this plays out. See, remember when I said, okay, so 50% mana, right? She would have enough for Flame Choppers, which would actually, if she placed it right here, not specifically on top of the Malphite, but at this choke. What this does for Malphite is that if he dares to cross this path, he's going to be in a position in which all the two bot laners have to do is sit here and auto attack. I'm gonna print screen this. Okay. Now, brush. Okay. If she flame chompered right here, I'm gonna backspace it. And I'm gonna screenshot to verify. My thing is working, right? Yeah. Okay, so they're unaware of this gank happening. Okay, gank successful. Let's go back to farming, but do it safely. My only question is, why did they? Oh, they're actually. This is actually a smart play. They traveled together to try to get vision, not alone, because alone would cause trouble. Oh shit! Malphite's coming. Turn your mouse around and walk this way, and then drop the flame choppers. Okay, so they turn around. They actually try to fight him a little. Just think about this. You don't deal damage to him because he's got a lot of armor. Just think, Malphite's an an AD kind of tank. So you walk here and you place the choppers here. He would step on the middle one, and that would make it so that he can't move. You can step back over here and start autoing him with regular autos. But you can also, well, you would lose all your mana, but you would actually no, wait, you would actually lose all your mana if you use flame choppers in the first place. So you wouldn't even have any power to switch to fish bones and deal damage. So you just sit back and use the minigun, and you get all 3 stacks, and you start autoing him like crazy. But then this amazing cosmic binding lands, gets the stun off, which guarantees that is a late heal. But I don't know if it actually registered the heal, then the kill came in, because like maybe that's a little late. All right, I'm gonna have to play it in slow motion in order to see if the heal actually paid off. But anyway, back to my drawing. So she was right here, right? And, let's say theoretically, Cosmic Binding didn't hit. As soon as they chop her, Malphite would have been in the middle one, right? So they could position themselves, like, roughly down here, and then go all in on him right there, forcing him to go this way, and then that means that he can't take the tower for the Corki to come in with the Phosphorus Bomb. It's a very defensive aspect, and, you also have to time your heal correctly. But I'm going to play it out, and I'm going to slow it down to see if Jinx used her heal at the absolute correct manner. I'm going to slow it down, quarter speed. Wait, half speed for this first. Boom. Alright. Instantaneous death. And then. Okay. Now you wouldn't probably have caught it, because maybe it's like, did you use heal? Yes, I did. In response, that would be most likely what the chat is, but you use heal a little too late. I would think that the best time to use the heal was during the Cosmic Binding, because that ensures that Corki has to at least commit a little bit further and go deeper to get the kill. Oh man. Wow. Oh! That's bad. No. Knowing that Malphite is up here, they're actually allowed to play up a little bit more. Because the reason why they should not be playing scared is because both of these players have not gone back to shop yet. And this is evident because if you actually press tab and you look at Bard's items, because in theory Bard could have backed when Sona died so that both supports get back to lane on time. Bard can easily have bought a Sightstone and more pots to sustain himself, thereby allowing him to harass more and take trades more effectively, which makes him a much stronger threat in lane. Corki also could have had the option to go back and say he lost about 200 gold and buy a phage as well as health pots. But both laners chose not to, and the support chose not to. So both of these laners and the support chose not to shop, whereas Sona decided to shop. This means that while their power spike, their power is equivalent, like these two are the same. Sona is stronger than Bard at this particular instance, though she is down a level. What makes her stronger is she's got 150 more HP and 3 total health pots. She's got about 510 effective extra HP, so she can take 510 HP worth of damage and expend 30 extra points of mana with the 10 health regen rejuvenation. But at this point, they could be playing a little bit stronger, more aggressive. But what makes it an issue is, excuse me, Jinx's mana capacity. Good, good. Following the support together, they're backing up and moving forward at the same time. This is just Bard being a harassed threat. Due to the fact that she has too little mana to respond with anything, they have no choice but to back up. What Bard is actually trying to do, and one of his biggest goals, is he needs to basically get Jinx to burn her health pot before Corki burns his, but Corki already burned his, so they're in a favorable position because Corki, supports trading with the AD carry early makes it so that the support has to burn their potion early, which means that the trade becomes effective. Because I would sacrifice 2 of my support pots, because you usually start off with 4 at level 1 to burn one of their AD carry mana, one of the AD carry's health pots, because that's the only one that they have. Bounce goes down. Time it. Okay. You don't know if this bush is warded or not, and most of the time you should assume it is. Most of the time, in theory. With the jungler coming from where she's standing, there is an option for a gank. But they hit level 6 before you, so you have to be more careful. Shyvana's deciding to solo dragon. Oh. Good. She's got it. Yeah, so what's huge about this is that both laners still haven't chosen to back yet, and this is going to cause problems because everybody's already started to get their item spikes. Even though Hecarim is building like an idiot, seriously, what is this? He still has items to significantly fuck over the bot lane because Jinx hasn't purchased yet. But on our side, we've got people like these, like with these items. Is that 5 health pots? Yeah, that's 5. That's at 9. These items can also screw over their bot lane. Their bot lane's 300 gold-ish ahead because of this. After this wave, Jinx should immediately recall. Like, just get in the bush and recall. Or walk back to tower and recall. Push the lane. The longer you take, the more the next minion wave comes. At least it's not a cannon, so it's okay to back. But you need to back sooner because if you purchase your items sooner, you can you can push sooner, you can trade differently, and if a skirmish happens at Dragon, you can respond appropriately. Why pickaxe? She has 1900 gold. So this option to buy 2 core components instead of a bigger core component and more pots is actually it's controversial. It varies on the player, but if you want to make crit effective, you want to attack. You want to have more attack speed. The reason why is because if you're doing more attacks, chances are more attacks means more chances to crit, rather than just having one flat crit. Is that her ulti? Oh boy. Good. In that particular team fight, or skirmish, the blue team did everything they could. Like, Jinx did everything that she could have. There's nothing she could have done to make it better, other than landing her rocket at the right time, which probably either would have gotten one kill, or a sooner reset. Other than that, nothing. What? Wait, no, fight this, actually. Here's the reason why you want to fight this. You saw the damage, right? That was without you. Go hard. Oh, jeez. This is a win. She has to. Oh, she doesn't have heal. Well, this is gonna come out in favor. Like, Jinx's, if she had BF sword, this power would be much more effective. She hasn't crit once. Now, okay, okay, fine, okay, but on the minions, what the hell? Okay, but basically, you saw how strong she was with just the pickaxe. Imagine if she had the BF sword, 25 more AD. She would force them to be under more pressure. And just alone, she could probably 1v2 if done right. She just kites the Cosmic Binding and, like, flashes the big burst from Corki. Auto attacks alone could win the battle. But of course, that's all mechanics. Okay. See? Yeah. I forgot to say she would also have to have the mana required to fight. Oh god. Oh god. Sona has ult. Okay. She has ult. She doesn't have flash. She has no mana. This is not favorable. Well, okay, the stun is and the auto attacks are, but it's not favorable to do it because you don't have the giant execute tool. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Good. Shyvana made the right choice. Just look at your AD carries mana. See if they could perform all their full combo. At least see if she could do. She would need at least it's like 3 auto attacks, right? 60, 50, 50, 160, 100 plus 100 more. So basically, she would need at least 400 mana. So she'd have to have 80% of her mana to fight, and throw her full combo plus 3 auto attacks. Plus 3 more switcheroo auto attacks based on fish bones. And that's all on paper. Oh dear. That ain't gonna end well. Oh! 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 Good, she got her BF sword. Nice, lol. Although assist came in handy. Infinity Edge first is almost the right item to rush. Like, every AD carry gets it because the AD carry meta is really awkward right now. Wait, get the... No! Okay. Hold on. The dragon comes first. Like, Malphite is going to die. You know he's used his ulti. And what is he gonna flash over? Where is he gonna flash? He's gonna flash to our side. We got these two bros coming in over there and wrecking him. So he is the free kill. So focus the dragon. Like, yeah, you're gonna get outsmited, but I mean, you have to at least try to make him panic and, you know, like, smite wrong or something. But just try to get the dragon first. This is a tip for the entire team overall, too. Because if they just focus the dragon instead of focusing Malphite, because Malphite was already taking the dragon, God bless, and he was gonna die anyway, might as well just ignore him, because knowing that he is a goner no matter what happens, you're gonna be set. Because even if he ults somewhere, it's still predictable. Like, you can expect it coming. Plus, we've surrounded him. At this point, what they're doing is correct. You gotta push but you don't want to push too hard, because if you push too hard, these guys will decide to make the right position. Holy shit! All right, and you know, well, if this magical journey came sooner, more screwed they would be. They would be more screwed because the entire team, aka three people, and I think Kog'Maw was there too. I'm not sure, but 3 or 4 people could have just. Hey, good, but no, just leave the tower. Just leave the tower. Oh, wait. That's free. Nice shot. Oh, if that was an RNG crit, that would have killed him. Or maybe if he got 2 crits, I don't know, but you don't really know how much armor he has until you actually look at him. You have to actually click him one at a time. Like, it's too fast. He's got 146 armor. Okay, they lost the tower. Back up immediately. Sona has ult. No, she doesn't. She has no flash. Song of Celerity. Good. Oh! That is bad. Nice play by Bard. Dude, this Bard is great. Holy shit, that was really good. Like, they did everything that they could, but let's see how they could have played it better. Alright. Holy moly. First of all, we're going to go back in time a little bit, because we want to see exactly how much better they could have played this. So first of all, you know that this tower is low. You should already have conceded the tower in the first place. Because they outnumber you, and they outdamage you. At this particular instance, Triforce outscales the Infinity Edge, because the Infinity Edge isn't completed yet. Simultaneously, we've also got a Bard with all his abilities, more health, more mana. We got an AD carry with more health, more mana. She doesn't have as much mana, but she has a lot of health. She doesn't have as much health or mana. He is very low, but he is still a factor in the fight, even though he's already burned his ulti. The reason why he is a factor is because he's still a mega tank, and if he activates W, he gets 15. Or no, yeah, he doesn't gain more armor. All right, they removed that. Placing the choppers that way doesn't really do much. Placing the choppers in front of you prevents them from chasing further. Because by placing the choppers behind them, you're implying, okay, they're gonna run away as we fight them, right? No, they're gonna actually engage on you because they're gonna kill the tower that you should have conceded. And then they're gonna engage on you, because now that they don't have the tower threat, they're just gonna go all in, because it's like the tower was considered a Malphite. They made the numbers even, but by killing the tower, it makes the numbers uneven. It goes against them, and then instantly they regret it. Though Malphite comes in, this is what causes it. Sona, in normal response, should immediately have is it down or is it up? I don't know, but should have immediately flashed if she had it up based on this cooldown timer right here. If it's up, she should have flashed. But she says she gets hit by it. At this particular instance, while this is going off, you have to think to yourself, is there a way we could live this without any precaution? If not, well, try your best to kill the Malphite, and okay, well, they tried. Because if you're gonna die anyway, you also might as well deal damage to it. Same thing that Malphite was thinking. I'm gonna die anyway, might as well just take the dragon. He got the dragon, he died. 1 for 1. And you know, it's an equivalent trade. Alright, here they come, reinforcements. Oh, Shyvana could just like do everything. Tippers, easy. Triple kill. Job. She got her Infinity Edge. Boots. Scrying Orb. Okay, boots are fine. Scrying Orb, the reason why is because in the case that people recall and you can ult them, you do it. And then, kaboom, free kill. Response, you should freeze farm or push this lane. Depends on what you want. You know that Corki's ahead of you in terms of gold, because he's got a lot. He got a few kills, got a lot more CS than you. So in response, you can freeze farm, and since you're only 8 farm down, you can actually accumulate a CS lead over him if you froze it correctly, of course, because there's a wrong. She could have froze it the wrong way. this particular point, fine. Support needs to go where the other support is. Bard is probably mid or some shit. So response by going mid. What was that W? Alright. Minigun, tower. Okay, it was okay to push like that and take a bit of damage to get as much damage on the tower as possible, but it's not okay to tank the tower, tank free tower shots. And well, it kind of makes sense that you don't want to tank free tower shots because they can all in you like that. Corki just 1v2'd them because they took too much excessive damage. Also at the same time, wait, okay, Triforce Sork Pen Boots, okay, that kind of makes sense. Well, what went wrong was Sona didn't exhaust. I'm gonna backspace and see if she had exhaust. See, she's taking like, she took like 2 free tower shots. Oh, that crit! Oh my lord! Okay, that was one of the deciding factors. Had she not taken that crit, probably 200 more HP. Corki, damn. She had exhaust. That was one of the mistakes. Not exhausting. Because if it had she exhausted, this would have given Jinx more opportunity to kite towards the right. Because, like, the predictable pattern is he's going to phosphorus bomb directly on top of you, so you want to either move to the right or you want to move backward. It's harder to move backward because, like, the range extends backwards, but it's easier to move right because he's probably going to aim towards the center of you. And also, by moving towards the right, you also have the ability to avoid the rocket that comes in a straight line. Mostly it's the rocket, because I think he launched the big one onto Jinx, which was one of the reasons why I heard a giant explosion and a burst. That's the kind of stuff that sort of tilts like higher level players. Like you just get it 1v2'd by another enemy AD carry, especially when your support has exhaust. But sometimes you could just like ignore it. Oh, flame choppers! Flame choppers him in. He would have to like walk around. Ooh, that big crit got lucky. No. What she should be doing here is sitting here and let these minions war at each other as she last hits them. That's the freeze farm. She was in a perfectly safe position to freeze the freeze farm right there. Alright, we're gonna see how this. I flashed though. He wasn't gonna do anything. But this shows the power. This shows the psychological threat that Malphite possesses. Malphite doesn't have ult. Like at that point, like you don't know that though, right? Because nobody in chat, or I don't know at least, if they said Malphite ult is down, you know, timers could be a little off. I mean, it's 123.5 seconds. What do I say? It's down for 2 minutes. So if I say it's down for 2 minutes, that means that in after 2 minutes have passed, it's gonna be up very soon. So in response, she couldn't take that chance and flash to safety. But otherwise, she could have actually taken the full blow of it and, like, probably healed her way out of there or something. It's all in theory, though. What the freak? Sona should have actually ulted right. Ah, it's down. Nice. Jinx should in theory ward down here, if anything. Otherwise, save her ward for over right here because they could be coming from a choke. It's not okay to take a Devour jungler's farm, especially when they're trying to look for sated. Like the thing is, she rushed mid, then burned her flash, then only got like not even a wave of farm, and well, she burned a summoner and got her support killed. Yeah, got her support kills because they were standing right next to each other. In reality, she could have just stood here and freeze farmed and pushed this wave all together with a giant creep wave, forcing the enemies to like, okay, do we defend bot lane or do we get the dragon? You know? So by standing here and freeze farming and just like getting last hits and stuff like that, like I said, she could have accumulated an equal or greater CS lead over her opponents, because you notice that nobody actually went bot to clear this wave. Like nobody on the red side actually went bot to clear the wave. So in a defensive manner, she would have been not only safe, but she also would have gotten free gold. Corki can get a kill right here if he phosphorus bombs over here. What? Okay, he did it too late. Low ping. Kill Tibbers! Tibbers is on you, kill Tibbers! Oh my god. One more. Oh, Dangerous Game is gonna save her. Well, he is dead. He's overextended. Okay. Fog of War, but there's no way he can escape. Holy shit. Oh! Oh! Oh. Ah, Hecker runs flash, not ignite. Well, there's also a trick that they could do with the Hecker and stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. Jinx is still in this game. The reason why she's in this game was, I mean, it's only a couple of deaths, but these towers dying at the side are giving her gold that she can use to keep herself in the game. She's 2,000 down because of that giant triple that just was accomplished by our friend over here. Oh god. And this is where scarring or her actual rewarding trick, which is down, comes in handy. She knew Bard was coming, and I saw Bard coming too. They're under a lot of pressure. Jinx can win this if she... Okay, so she has 600 gold. I would buy a dagger. A ward and some pots and scrying orb, of course. No, get the dagger. Because she should be going for Fatter Dancer or Zeal. In this case, what's more important? How clumped up are the opponents versus how effectively can she single-targetedly focus them down? Let's look at the statistics. No armor, no armor, no armor, no armor, no armor. Huh. 5 people don't have armor. Like, he has armor and Ninja Tabi, that's great. But Phantom Dancer is going to cancel that out. Static Shiv will help, but most of the time they're not super clumped up. So it wouldn't make Phantom Dancer or Static Shiv more effective. If she had accumulated the gold lead down at bot lane through freeze farming, she would have been able to afford either components of a Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer, which doesn't matter because both of them are effectively well. But I would still buy Phantom Dancer because the tank meta, you know, they got 2 tanks plus Bard who becomes sort of tanky, and he's got like a Ruby Sightstone, which he kind of rush. Plus he's got 2 more HP. More crits means, you know, you can burst down your targets much faster. Great taunt, great exhaust, or not awkward exhaust, not great exhaust. They exhaust as a support. Yeah, they pinged Dragon because nobody cleared the marker. Scarring Orb would come in handy here. She should ward right in here. Or she should ward over the wall here. Taunt flash, taunt flash, taunt flash, taunt flash, taunt flash. Oh my lord. No, that's not how you do it though. The flash taunt doesn't work as well because what you just witnessed was one of the reasons why you don't do a flash taunt. It's not only is it slower, but it can't really interrupt the abilities. Whereas flash taunt is you go to the max range, then you flash it. It's instantaneous. You still might not be able to interrupt the Valkyrie, but it's much more instantaneous, and their reaction time is much like it's much more difficult to react to a taunt flash than it is to a flash taunt. Bot lane isn't in her favor, but it will soon be. So Jinx should be prepping to go down bot lane and clear it. Also, mid lane's also free too. Unless Annie wants all of that. The solo laners are doing significantly well. Jungler only came down like twice. And up like once from what I remembered. What's she doing here? Recall, you can get Zeal, then walk down through bot. Like, if she really wants to opt for Avarice Blade, though, for Static Shiv, that's good, too. It's not a bad idea because they're behind and she gets free extra gold by killing, like, 30 minions. By killing, like, 30 minions, she also gets, like, 3 extra minions worth of gold, which is really good. It's just, like, killing 30 minions is equivalent to 33. You get, like, 10% more. But it can set you behind when you're stacking large numbers. Here we go! Ah, that flash. Oh! Alright, that was not. Alright. That flash Sona ult wasn't as good as expected. Save her, she should really save her ulti for the true execute, because the AoE wombo is what you want. You want the reset. As soon as you kill somebody, you can go forward and continue to kill if you get enough AoE damage. But focus on the kill first. Oh, the flank. Really? Wow. Really? He's dead. Heal? Corki heal? Ah, it just came up. Flame Chompers! Oh, it's down. Ooh, nice flash. That was actually a really good flash. This gives her, she's in a position in which that she can't be touched, which means that she can unleash hell on the opponents. Ah, flame chompers, good flame chompers. Nice. That is a rocket, or that. Where's Bart go? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't expect Shyvana to get the kill, but like a rocket there would have get granted a reset, which moves her forward, and then kaboom. She made the right call to push like that, but again, like this is all like scenario dependent, and if she had more CS thanks to the other thing, it would have been a different story. Good. Nice heal. That guarantees that she. Great play. Great play by Shen. Ooh, wow. Okay, well that rocket wasn't really gonna, yeah. Well, in theory it could have killed Corki, but I mean, like, she just launched it. Might as well. Almost killed Corki. Wow. Good. Use the minigun like that, but then switch over to you have to get 3 stacks. During team fights, you want to get 3 stacks with the minigun, because minigun doesn't deal as much auto damage, you just attack faster. Then you switch in. Oh, she's built Blade with Rune King. That's bad. And there, I'll explain why that's bad. She doesn't need the kite. Like, she doesn't need it for kiting. She's not really good at it in the first place. Phantom Dancer makes her move individually faster. It's a single target focus down champion. That's why you want Phantom Dancer. Blade of the Rune King is ultimately situational. Like, if you truly need that lifesteal, just get a Vamp Scepter and then focus on your Phantom Dancer. Because crits come first. Ooh. Get it. No, switch to minigun. You need to get all your 3 stacks before anything else. Minigun. Ah. Kog'Maw's retard. Good top by Shen. The team fight's over. That rocket though. Cool. The reason why Blade of the Rune King is bad is because during team fights, this is an attack speed reliant item. For example, like Vayne, she needs attack speed to function. While it is true that Jinx does need attack speed to function, if she had Blade of the Rune King here, it wouldn't really have helped. Because like when casting it, sometimes you have to briefly stop for about like 1/8 of a second, maybe even shorter. But you stop because you're casting an item. Like sometimes you don't, like with high ping, it gets voided completely. But or with low ping, it gets voided completely because you cast it while moving and issue a movement command and you're safe. But in this situation, it doesn't work because, you know, like, Bilgewater doesn't really work, and it's only 40% attack speed, whereas other items are much significantly higher, aka Phantom Dancer. You build 2 items, but Jinx is a hyper carry. She doesn't need this Blade of the Rune King early. Like, it only works if they have a lot of HP and they're not very armor dependent. Since this does physical damage, you know, they can block it with armor. It's really simple. Whereas crits, you know, they can't really avoid that with Phantom Dancer. Plus, you have a higher chance to land a crit because when you do crit, 50% damage. It's like 20% plus like another, I guess 35%, so you have over half your attacks already crit, and 80 carries are really strong with Phantom Dancer in the current meta. Plus, she wouldn't be buying Blade of the Rune King if she sat down and freeze farm bot lane, accumulated a huge CS lead. I would say she'd be about 40 CS more than 40 to 50 CS more than she already has right now. Why would she Baron? Jinx is also doing the right decision by clearing out side waves and pushing mid. It's so that they can't, like, as soon as they make a call to go down all bot lane together or something, they can't just like rotate mid and like rush down the tower thanks to the minion wave. It's not only is it safe, but also she's trying to get money to try to catch up from the game. I would say it would be a good decision too. Gotta think about when to rocket, really. This is where Scrying Orb comes in, because she has no idea where anybody is in the map, and nobody like can see anything because there's not enough wards on the playing field. There was one person mid, I think it was Corky, so they fought without Corky. Dragon's gonna go away. Good job. Back up immediately. You don't know if Malphite has ulti. Probably doesn't. Why? Well, you don't need to flash though. Yeah, she's flashing inappropriately. Like, she flashed once early game. That was probably a mistake when she tried to ward, but she shouldn't be flashing defensively like that. Like, that makes it too obvious, because if that happens, then like, well, as soon as Malphite ult comes up now, kaboom, she's dead. She's flashed in response to like when an actual threat is imminent, not when like, oh fuck, because even if Malphite ult had landed, there were only 2 people there. It was unsafe to be there, but there was no kill potential for them. Oh, there it is. Now she can't flash that. But see, she wouldn't have died. She has heal. So no point, see? Alright. Nope, push the rest of the wave, man. At team fights, she should be focusing on the target closest to her. That was an awkward W. Alright, so... Ah, that must suck. Free kill on Bard. Scrying Orb over here to see where Corky might have been. Baron call is very, very risky because they've got 3 people up, especially their carries. Target Malphite. Hide him. Yeah, he's not a threat when you got a Shyvana walking around like that. Decent Flame Chompers prevents him from going this way. Like, it actually does prevent it forces him to take a different direction. Minigun. Siege's tower is much faster. At the same time, she also didn't need to commit to chasing the Malphite and Hecarim beyond the tower. Reason why is because there was a giant minion wave, so she could have just sieged the tower and make it so that they guaranteed this inhibitor and inner turret. Because by taking longer by not attacking the tower, you're just you're making it harder on yourself. Because she's like, yeah, she should have put a little bit more faith on her team, because you know Shyvana's super tanky and super powerful. So in theory, she should be like, okay, you guys got that. You know, Sona's also with them too. So I'll just focus the tower, because as soon as I kill the tower, I can just run forward and catch up to you guys. At the same time, by killing the tower earlier, you can get the inhibitor earlier and suffer no casualties. Because let's say you killed it 5 seconds earlier, that means his respawn time would be 10, and then 26, and then these guys wouldn't have respawned, etc., etc. Nobody died, of course. Baron call's still risky. Jinx is not with them. Okay, they got it. They got the Baron. Why didn't he just smite it? Sucks. Jinx is pushing bottom while this team fight's happening. The reason why these guys lose the team fight is not only because the AD carry is not there, but also because like they just finished the team fight down here and they're expending resources on Baron. Shen in theory should not get away from this. Turn around and toss that Vorpal blade. Probably didn't have enough energy or something like that. But if he knew he was gonna die, might as well. This is impressive for Jinx to actually get this far without anybody actually responding, and then nobody can respond because kaboom, she's gone. Why would they ping that? She would actually be in a dangerous position. There's like people heading down there. Well, in theory, you don't know that because I only checked, but saw 2 of the big tanks mid. Oh, jeez. Man, she'll live. She lives. I get it. They should back. Like, I guess these two are, they're like bros. Horse and a rock, eh? Okay, she chose Last Whisper when they still don't have as much armor as needed. To make this item truly effective, you want to at least ignore a lot of armor. Like, let's see how much armor this thing ignores. Okay, 311. It's Malphite, of course, but 311, 35% armor. It's like it's one of the tanks, but like I want to talk about the top and the mid too. So 30 or wait, where the fuck? 311. So 93 and 15, so it's about 100 armor ignore. So you have 200 armor to worry about. You need some crit in order to make it more effective. 132, so that's only about like 45 armor roughly. Like you want at least like 50 armor to make it effective. Only against Malphite so far it's effective. Holy shit! Oh, nice shot, really. That was really good. Damn. Kill the Corki, he's out of position. This is game. Like, you can win it right here. Oh, Cosmic Mining, though. This is actually game. At this point, blue team can't really come back from anything. Or, sorry, red team cannot come back from anything, and blue team has this in the bag. What's she gonna buy next? Guardian Angel, that's fine. Some points when you're ahead, you want to buy a defensive item so that, like, you know, like in the case that they do focus you, you have a defensive item to worry about. I'm only rusty on the Blade of the Ruin King because it costs a lot more. Last team fight. 4-on-4 skirmish, 4v5 skirmish if done right. Good Flame Chompers. Flame Chompers is a very good defensive tool as well as a zoning tool. Hit. No, go forward and get the inhibitor. What is she doing here? What's she doing here? Okay, never mind. I know what she's doing there. She's getting stacks. Oh, well, she can just get stacks here, I guess. Alright. Alright, that's a kill. That's another kill. Oh, Bartle, lol. Alright, this has been Daniel Vegematic 10, and that's all I could talk about for this little session. I will see you guys next time.